And then another Fox News story, does medical marijuana work for pets? I want to tell you that we have an advertiser on this program. It's petpain.com. It's for a product called Sativus. And Sativus is CBD oil, hemp oil, for pets. It's designed for pain or other ailments for pets, primarily for pain, I guess. I just want to tell you this personal story because, and I can't necessarily attribute it. I just want to say that up front. I've got no scientific methodology by which to confirm this assumption. But I'm a cat guy. I've got a lot of cats. They're all rescues. They're not a lot of them. I'm not like the cat lady. I'm not like putting one in your Halloween bag when you come trick or treating at the door. Here you go. Here's your cat. I'm not one of those guys. I got 3 of them. We run like a pet rescue kind of thing. In the community that I'm in, there's an abundance of cats that get left behind or thrown out when irresponsible pet owners don't get your pet spayed or neutered. Please do that. Get your pet spayed or neutered. And don't buy from the puppy mills or the kitten mills. There are plenty of adoptable animals out there. But as this relates to the pet pain thing, I've got this cat that I adopted. Used to belong to another. He lived in another home for a little while. But then it was a neighbor's home. And then, in fact, came running to my home and decided that I was this cat's new home. So I didn't adopt the cat so much as the cat adopted me. But, I had the cat for about 8-10 months. And then it started developing this terrible mouth bleeding problem. And I still have not been able to figure out its initial cause. I did notice that the cat had some swollen lymph nodes, really bad, like golf ball sized. For a cat, that's huge. Down by his lower legs there, lymph nodes, which usually is an indication in people, at least, of infection. So we took him to the vet, got him some antibiotics. That did not clear things up. And when I'm talking about a mouth bleeding problem, I'm not talking about just a little bit of blood on his lips. I'm talking about full blown, like his throat was cut, but it was coming from out of his mouth, and I couldn't stop it. And he nearly died a few times during this process. I had to actually get help from other people to help me take care of this cat because, it was kind of expensive. But I had to rush him off to the vet several times. We did some blood tests. He's eventually tested negative for feline leukemia and FIV, 2 underlying conditions which could lead to something like this through either a tumor or other things. And so, the blood panel didn't look good on him. He was bleeding really bad, couldn't stop it. Everything we did at the vet on multiple occasions didn't do any good. But this pet pain product, petpain.com, the Sativus, I started using this product because I had a sample bottle of it. And I was putting the drops in the cat's food, as it recommends, except I was putting a much heavier dose of it in there. It's a hemp oil. It's pretty much harmless. It's got a lot of CBD in it, cannabidiol. And I knew that this helped in people. So I gave it a shot with this cat because it was the only thing I had left. Every little thing, all these medications, all these attempts to fix this bleeding problem, to diagnose the bleeding problem had failed. And I put these drops in not only that cat's food, but the other cats that I care for as well. There's 3 of them. And they all ate their food. I had to do it that way because the one cat was like, oh, I can tell that you put something in here. I'll just nudge the other cat out of the... So I put it in all of them. Oh, this cat immediately stopped bleeding. This happened nearly simultaneously. I started feeding it on 3 days, maybe even a week before the bleeding stopped, but then the bleeding stopped and it hasn't come back. It's been like 45 days. So I'm taking this pet back down to the vet to have another blood panel done on him to see if the blood has changed. But anecdotally, I can at least tell you that this product has worked for me. And I didn't reach out for it as a cure, as a solution, as an end to the problem, just to help mitigate any pain that may be associated with it, because I honestly didn't think that cat was going to make it. I brought it back to the neighbor. In fact, I have him look at the cat and say goodbye, because I didn't think he was going to make it through the night that night. That's been 2 months ago. So there's some good news. But I wanted to play this for you, too, because this is live, and I'm going to plug this thing in now. This just happened. I just saw this posted from Normal, and I thought this was a great thing that I should probably play. So I'm going to play this piece for you. This is from Normal. This is called Coming Out Green. They just posted this on YouTube. It's had about 23,000 visits already. Does anyone in your life not know, it says?
My mom. People like my grandparents, my parents.
Some of my professional colleagues probably don't know. It's nothing that I've hidden, but some things just don't come up.
Most people in my life don't know.
Coming here and sharing about this openly could embarrass them.
I'm afraid that people will see me as less professional.
That parents would feel that I'm an irresponsible parent.
Despite it being more and more open, you still try to keep it a secret from your elders.
I didn't want people to judge or think differently of me or my capacity to do my job because of that.
If there's judgment, it's definitely coming from a place of not understanding and thinking in terms of stereotypes.
Loser comes to mind.
Lazy, unproductive, airhead.
That it would ruin your life.
Willing to break the law to have some fun.
Living life without really caring about what life is like.
Are you nervous about being judged?
You know what, I think, or I hope, let me put it that way, I hope that they would see how happy we are and how much we're doing with our lives, and maybe question, like, maybe I should smoke some marijuana. Like, maybe that's the thing that's missing.
But let's not talk about it, because marijuana, you know?
My partner has lived for many decades with epilepsy, and once he started using the medicine, he probably had only one seizure in the last 5 years. I mean, how amazing is that?
Cannabis is just one way that helps me unlock a new perspective. And it's helped me connect dots. It's helped me have epiphanies.
Cannabis relaxes me. I tend to be a type A, overachieving type person. It just dampens me down a little bit.
It has inspired me in so many ways that I can't even fathom.
It allows me to be more compassionate, to see things from other people's points of view.
You know, is that weird? That I'm all for it, and yet I still feel nervous about talking about it?
I'm Dr. Ann Austin.
My name is Mark-Angelo Coppola.
Darina Stoyanova.
Cam Adair.
I'm Adam, and this is the love of my life, Melinda.
Today, we are coming out green.
I'm coming out green.
Today I'm coming out green.
And I'm coming out green.
Today I'm coming out green.
I'm coming out green.
I'm coming out green.
I hope that we can dispel any negative ideas about cannabis, you know, and if it's something that can benefit us, we need to learn to accept that.
So Green Flower Media put this out.
I firmly believe that on any issue that we care about, it's important that we each take responsibility and speak up, because the voices together, that's how we can make some real noise and really make a shift.
You know, everybody else is coming out green. Today, I'm coming out Cinco de Mayo. I just had to wish you a happy Cinco de Mayo. For our American heritage, Mexican brethren, and citizens in the United States. I said it before, I'll say it again. I think you should take the alcohol out of Cinco de Mayo and put the marijuana in. I think it would be a better Cinco de Mayo. I don't think that you shouldn't be able to use tequila or some other adult beverage, but I would just rather have the marijuana. It doesn't. Is there a place where I'm going to be able to say the marijuana here? No, they're not going to do it. I did it before. I'm not going to do it again. So that's the end of the program. That's all we really have time for today. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you. Marijuana! You see how it works so much better. I think it does. I think it really does. Stay away from the negative news. Work towards the positive news. Do the positive things in life. Stop trying to battle the devil all the time, because sometimes the devil isn't always what it seems. The devil is really in the details, isn't it? That's what I have to say about it. So hopefully you'll get a chance to join us on tomorrow's program. You know, the bar's coming back up. I got to get rid of that. The tequila thing. Marijuana! More news, information, culture, and lifestyle. Sorry we went over today. For you people who are expecting a 60-minute program. It's now a 68-minute program going on 69. We'll see you tomorrow on The Full Melt Show.
Out Show is a production of TFM Media.